First of all, let's say when we talk about the Madrid market, I think that we should talk about Spain, because Madrid is the financial and political center, and therefore it's very difficult to differentiate the Madrid performance from the Spanish performance. And really, the Spanish economy has had an outstanding behavior in 2015. Spain has been the largest, or the fastest economic growth in Europe, with over 3% GDP growth in 2015. We are the second largest exporter after Germany. We had more than 60 million tourists. We had I think more than 20 billion foreign investment in 2015, so very good and very impressive numbers, 50% of job creation in Europe, and that has had a very positive influence in our activity. 2015 was a record year for us. We had a growth of about 9% in 2015, and we are very satisfied of our last year's performance. 2016 looks a bit more difficult. There's because of global economic uncertainties and local political instability. And that means that our perception is that there's a certain slowdown in investment. Although in general we also see many positive things, and the outlook of the Spanish economy is good for 2016. We expect economic growth over about 2.6–2.7%, and certainly the people is benefiting of reduction in oil prices, reduction in taxes, low interest rates, and therefore my perception is that the consumption and the economic outlook is good, although we see that these uncertainties might affect slightly investment, and therefore our activity, especially in corporate, could suffer a little bit of that, although we are still very active in many sectors or in many areas. Litigation is quite stable, and normally is less affected than other areas by market conditions. Labor, I think that there's also probably an anticipation because companies do not want to take the risk of legal changes, and therefore they are trying to do whatever is required now. And tax is also quite a stable practice, no? So volatility affects more the corporate side, but and we have seen perhaps a slight reduction in M&A, but we see when we are very active in different areas. We are involved in the main restructurings going on, which is giving us a lot of work. Energy deals, especially in renewables, the banking sector, which there are needs of capital and adapting to new rules. Also in certain areas like criminal law compliance, there's a lot of work. So I think that perhaps there's a small reduction in M&A, but the rest of the firm remains strong. The main challenges are first is people management, and I think that it's very important to attract and retain the best talent, as it has always been, and that's a permanent challenge for law firms. I think that in the future, a strategy should be, in the past perhaps the strategies have been based more in growth in size, opening new offices or increased headcount. I think that for the future the main challenge is increased productivity, and increased productivity basically through technology, through knowledge management and training. So that's for me the main challenges in general, and in particular for us the main challenge is to consolidate the project that we are undertaking in Latin America, PPU, which is now a reality in Chile, Colombia and Peru, and we are very proud of it. It's doing very well, but we have to, let's say, do a lot of things in the region.